It was just an ordinary afternoon in a small, quiet town. The sun was shining, the streets were calm, and Officer Ryan was out on patrol drinking his coffee and watching traffic pass by. But within the next hour, something would happen that no one in the police station would ever forget. An elderly man wearing a faded army jacket and walking with a slight limp stepped into the local grocery store. His name was Henry Wilson. He was quiet, polite, and moved slowly. Nobody knew much about him except that he lived alone in a small cabin outside town. To most people, he was just another old man, probably retired, probably harmless. But when Henry was wrongly arrested just moments later, the officers thought they were doing their job. They had no idea who they had just placed in handcuffs, and they definitely did not expect what would happen. Only 30 minutes after, inside the grocery store, Henry slowly made his way through the aisles. He picked up a loaf of bread, a bottle of milk, and a can of soup. He smiled at the cashier and waited in line. Suddenly, a younger man in front of him dropped his wallet and quickly walked out of the store. The cashier looked at Henry and accused him of stealing. Confused, Henry tried to explain that he did not take anything, but the cashier insisted. She said she saw him pick something up from the floor. Henry was shocked and tried to explain himself. But before he could say much, the store manager called the police. Minutes later, 2 police officers arrived. Officer Ryan and Officer Jacobs. The store manager pointed at Henry. That is him. He tried to steal that guy's wallet. Without asking too many questions, the officers approached Henry. Sir, please turn around and place your hands behind your back. Henry looked confused. I did not do anything wrong. I think there is a misunderstanding, but the officers did not listen. They handcuffed him roughly and pushed him into the back of the squad car. Other people in the parking lot watched in silence. Some looked concerned. Others simply stared. At the station, Officer Jacob threw Henry's jacket onto a bench and locked him in a holding cell. You know, old man, stealing someone's wallet is a serious crime, he said with a smirk. Henry sighed and sat down quietly. He said nothing. He looked calm, almost too calm. Officer Ryan looked at the old man through the glass. There is something strange about him, he whispered to Jacobs. He does not look scared. Jacobs laughed. That is because he has probably done this before. While filing the paperwork, Officer Ryan picked up Henry's jacket to check for identification. Inside a hidden pocket, he found a metal badge. It was old, but still shiny. It had an eagle symbol and the words United States Special Forces Clearance Alpha Level. What the heck is this? Ryan asked aloud. Jacobs walked over and stared at it. That looks official. They quickly went through Henry's wallet. No credit cards, just a military ID that looked different from anything they had ever seen. Feeling a little unsure now, Officer Ryan made a phone call to a number on the back of the ID card. It rang only once before someone answered. This is Agent Collins, Federal Bureau of Investigation. Who is this? Ryan swallowed hard. This is Officer Ryan from Millstone Police Department. We have a man here, Henry Wilson. We arrested him for possible theft. There was silence on the other end of the line. Repeat that name, Agent Collins demanded. Henry Wilson. You arrested Henry Wilson. Yes. Another silence. Then Agent Collins spoke again very clearly. Secure the station. Do not speak to him. Do not question him. We are sending a team immediately. We will be there in 30 minutes. Then the call ended. Officer Ryan looked at Jacobs, who was now clearly nervous. Who did we just arrest? Jacob shrugged, but now both of them were pale. Henry was still sitting quietly in the cell as if nothing had happened. He looked up calmly and said, You boys might want to make some coffee. It is going to be a long day. Exactly 30 minutes later, 4 black SUVs pulled up in front of the station. Out stepped several agents in black suits. One of them walked straight to the front desk and said, Where is he? Ryan pointed toward the holding cell. The agents opened the cell door and shook Henry's hand with deep respect. Mr. Wilson, we are sorry for the inconvenience. We will take you from here. The officers just stood there frozen. After the agents left, another FBI officer stayed behind to have a word with the officers. Do you know who that man is? He asked. They shook their heads. Henry Wilson served in 5 combat zones. He was part of classified missions that most of this country will never know about. He helped prevent multiple terrorist attacks. His file is so classified that not even most FBI agents can see all of it. He looked them in the eyes. You are lucky he is a patient man. After the FBI left, Officer Ryan sat down completely silent. He replayed the moment in the parking lot again and again in his head. The way they treated Henry, the way they pushed him, the way they ignored his calm voice. "I feel like a fool," Jacobs finally said. Ryan nodded. "We did not even give him a chance to speak." 1 week later, a letter arrived at the police station. It was handwritten, simple, and polite to Officer Ryan and Officer Jacobs. "We all make mistakes. What matters is what we learn from them. Stay sharp. Stay humble. Henry Wilson." Attached was a military challenge coin, one that only the most respected veterans receive. Ryan held it in his hand for a long time. Sometimes the quietest people hold the loudest stories. Sometimes the man you ignore is the one who once protected your very freedom. Henry Wilson was not just an old man. He was a hero in silence. And now the officers would never look at people the same way again. If you enjoyed this story and want more powerful, emotional stories like this one, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a new video. Thank you for watching. And remember, respect is free, and heroes often walk among us in silence.